It's Saturday and you know the drill. It's book review day and I will be reviewing The Subtle Act of Not Giving an F. Hi, if you're new to this channel, welcome to my little corner on the internet. My name is Mfon, Akpan. On this channel, I share content on resume, interview, career, book review, and faith. If these are content you're interested in, by all means, you're welcome to stay. Kindly click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for your consistent support. It's book review day and I will be reviewing The Subtle Act of Not Giving an F, a counterintuitive approach to living a good life by Manson. Before we dive into the awesome video of today, I want to give a shout out to the comment of the week. Thank you so much for your kind messages on last week's video. If you're watching this and you're wondering how can I get featured in the next video, it's very simple. Number one, you could either leave a comment below in this video or take a picture of this video and share it with your audience on Instagram. And remember to tag me. Now, with that out of the way, let's just dive into this week's video. I am tempted to review this book by chapters, but that would defeat the purpose of this channel's book review content. Not to give out spoilers, and of course, keep it simple, short, and impactful. I started reading The Subtle Act of Not Giving an F expecting a comedy, but this book is much more than the humor. It's a real life changer in a world that expects us to avoid negative emotions and just put on a cheery face. Manson's writing style is honest and filled with humor, but he's also vulnerable and knows what it feels like to hit rock bottom. He didn't just tell his own story in the book. He mixed memoirs with narrative about a wide range of subjects. From an alcoholic poet called Charles Bukowski, I'm hoping I pronounced that correctly, to the father of American psychology. Manson, the author, invites us to go beyond the current discourse of self-development that forces us to always be the best, be the most, and practice the subtle act of not giving an F, and stop focusing on things that aren't essential in our lives. Manson makes the argument that improving our lives is not hinged on our ability to turn lemons into lemonades, but learning how to stomach bitter lemons better. Human beings are limited. Not everybody can be extraordinary. There are winners and losers in the society. This is not fair or anyone's fault. It also advises us to get to know our limitations and accept them. Because once we embrace our fears, our faults, our uncertainties, and start confronting our painful truth, we can begin to find the courage, the perseverance, the honesty, responsibility, and forgiveness that we seek. This is not your regular self-help book. Because when other regular self-help books ingest you with feel-good highs that last as long as you have your head stuck in the book, The Subtle Act of Not Giving an F pulls you out of that delusion and denial and points you to the fact to accept it. The author explains what not giving an F means to him. I'll read it to you. He says, so what does not giving an F means? Let's look at three subtleties that should help you clarify the matter. Subtlety 1. Not giving an F does not mean being indifferent. It means being comfortable with being different. Subtlety 2. To not give an F about adversity, you must first give an F about something more important than adversity. Subtlety 3. Whether you realize it or not, you are always choosing what to give an F about. So instead of aiming to live the unattainable, perfect, problem-free life, the author suggests you ask the essential question: what problem do you want to have? Because our society and environment bombards us with messages prompting us to want everything all the time. Be happier, be healthier, be the best, better than others, be smarter, faster, richer, sexier, more popular, more productive, more and more and more. This advice leads us to focus on what we are lacking, what we are not, what we don't have, or what we would have been but failed to become. What messes up our lives is thinking that something is wrong with us. We feel guilty about feeling guilty. We feel anxious about feeling anxious. We are pissed off about being pissed off. It's for all these reasons that it's better not to give an F, or be selective of the F's you're willing to give out. Manson, the author, states that the aim of the subtle act of not giving an F is to help us to clarify our life choices and to figure out what is important and what is not. Turn our sufferings into tools, our trauma into power, and our problems into slightly more manageable problems. This book does not aim to inspire you to acquire, to require, or to achieve anything, but rather to cause you to take stock of your life and what you really want and the amount of F's you're willing to give out. I learned important lessons from this book, but two stood out. First, focus on what really matters. Secondly, one of the best things in life is taking pleasure in the ordinary. As Manson puts it, the pleasure of simple friendship, creating something, helping a person in need, reading a good book, and laughing with someone you really care about. Maybe they are called ordinary for a reason, because they are what actually matters. Though some people may not really appreciate the author's use of words on the title and in the book as well, The Subtle Act of Not Giving an F is a book I really enjoyed. Therefore, I will highly recommend it. So, as usual, have you read The Subtle Act of Not Giving an F? Let me know in the comments section. If you enjoyed this book review, kindly give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe. It will make a huge difference. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you on Tuesday.